Chukky Okobi back with more basic instructions, mind mastery. Now we can all agree there's nobody in my mind but me, right? I'm sure you can relate, the times in the past in our career that we can't seem to get our minds to relax, calm down. Feels like we're being controlled by whatever's happening in our world at the moment, like we're not in control of what we think and feel. Realize that clearly you are in charge in there. We've already established that you're the only one inside your mind, right? Just recognize it's simply a matter of you making the choice to learn what you don't know that you don't know, the basic instructions of taking full control of my mind in my life. I don't know why I find this word so funny. I'm just wondering how many of you sitting and watching this right now are familiar with the term head trash. For those of you that are familiar with this term head trash, I'm sure you'd agree that it's not a good term, head trash. However, it is a funny term, isn't it? Think about it like this. What head trash is that negative, critical, condescending voice inside your mind engaging you in that inner dialogue that only you hear. After all, you're the only one inside. So this voice that you're hearing, it affects everything that you say and do, not to mention everyone around you. See, head trash is any pattern of self-defeating feelings and thoughts that leads you to think things like, I can't, I'm not, or I just don't want. That's what I call this internal soundtrack. It's limiting beliefs, greatest hits. And these songs can keep us feeling emotionally blocked, mentally stuck. So think about this. What we're talking about today is what mind mastery actually is. Since I'm the only one in my mind, how do I take control of what's going on deep down? This actually makes me think back to a conversation I had a few weeks ago with a new client. She asked me about how she can better control her thoughts to improve a few areas in her life that she feels could be better. Her motivation in her career, communicating more effectively with her spouse, and getting into better physical shape. Knowing what I do as a coach, she asked me what advice I could offer. I laughed a little, thinking about how close she actually is to having exactly what she wants. There's just one simple thing that she has to do to take control at a deeper level. So what I told her, I said, oh, that's easy. Just think about what you want. With a quizzical look, she reacted to this with, yeah, but, and I had to quickly interrupt her. Because, when I hear those words, yeah, but, experience tells me that the person saying, yeah, but, is about to fight for their limitation. She has no clue how powerful she actually is or how much control she has to change this. So I continued and I said, forgive me for interrupting. Allow me to create a clearer picture of what I mean. When I think about what I don't want, it triggers and evokes all of the negative emotions associated with what I'm talking about, the anger, and the fear about the future, the guilt for making the mistakes that created the problem I'm experiencing in the first place. If I'm thinking and making a habit of talking about what I don't want again and again, obsessing and obsessing about what I don't want, this creates a pattern of thought and a feeling deep down in my unconscious mind. It's just like lifting weights, right? The more I lift the weight, the easier it gets to move that weight over time. So the more I think about what I don't want, it gets easier and easier to think about what I don't want, easier and easier to trigger anger, fear, guilt. You may not be aware, but what's actually happening is that my mind is becoming addicted to thinking about what I don't want. And this emotional state of fear and frustration becomes my everyday energy. I went even deeper, seeing the anguish on her face as the light bulb went off inside, realizing that this accurately describes what she's been experiencing. So I continued. The good news is, recognizing what you don't want means that you actually are halfway to what you do want. Let's get deeper into it. See, most people don't realize, but the entire world is a dichotomy. There are two equal and opposite sides to everything. Think about it. We have day and we have night. We have hot and we have cold. We have man, we have woman, black and white. And I'm sure you'd agree, we can't even make sense of one side of a dichotomy without the other. So in those moments when you find yourself thinking about what you don't want, just inside ask yourself, what's the opposite of what I don't want? What's the other half of this dichotomy? The opposite of what you don't want is what you deeply desire to have. So just make a habit of thinking about that. I mean, think about it. When you have a vivid picture in your mind of what you deeply desire, you're imagining what this experience of actually being, doing, and having what you truly want in your career deep down, that's going to evoke all the positive emotions associated with this experience. When you're thinking about an experience that gave you those butterflies, that feeling of excitement in your stomach, the moments that made your pulse race and your breath shallow, you hear your heart beating in your ears. See those things now. Things that took you to levels of satisfaction, fulfillment, and excitement that feel so right. It almost feels wrong. Oh my God, that would feel incredible. I can see it now. So when you think about what you want deep down, your purpose and your mission every day in your business, instead of what you don't want, this is the emotion you feel, is the sensation that you are vibrating at. And this is the energy you bring to your business, your family, your world, and everyone in it. I mean, doesn't that feel much better? Feels good, doesn't it? See, thoughts are actual things in our mind that when we focus on them with intense emotion, they become our life. They become our business. There is no one in your mind but you. So it's time to take control, time to take out the head trash. Make the choice now to begin thinking about only what I want. Take the actions consistent with what I want and watch the life that I want deep down unfold right before my eyes. Success is simple if you know the basic instructions of mind mastery.